your first major, when you start, you're young, you're passionate, you want to take up the job. So what was your first major break, which you felt, oh, wow, we have done it. Like when I was doing my job, I got one of the biggest work I still remember in Defense Colony of doing solid wood flooring for the complete house. And, when the guy gave me the check, uh, I thought the check was for 2.8 lakhs, 2 lakhs 80,000. Okay. But eventually, when I got the check and I went back and I gave it to my father, he said that the check is for 28 lakhs. So I was like, I couldn't believe it. Trust me on this. I am getting 28 lakhs check orders. So, that's the history which, you remember and you enjoy. Although we are still craving for 28 lakh check orders today also, but still at that time it was. So coming back to your thing, so what was your first major break which you got?
So yeah, it was a farm that we got in Chhatarpur for a lady. Through and we were really young. My experience was when I had worked, I had done a couple of high-end houses, but on our own we'd never done one. So we got a house in Chhatarpur. It was a farmhouse, 1.5 acres, and obviously we had to. There was a lot of convincing for the client. So yeah, so that was probably our first major project. And I think it was very important. That project, gave us a lot of confidence and gave us that push to, to comprehend the game that the medium scale companies were doing at that given point of time, because we were like a 4-people office working out of a room in Vasant Kunj, which was also the house that we were staying in. So, something like that. So,
wow.
Yeah.
So, that was, and you know where I started from, right?
Where? Tell me.
You didn't know? Okay. I started from my sister's room, 200 square feet.
Yeah,
from my
you told
house,
me about that. You told me.
Yeah.
And, yeah,
So that's why
having your Pergo wooden floors in your car and going.
Yeah. So that's interesting. That's why, the journey with CJ. Now you understand that, you can get back.
Right.
Journey with CJ means that we are also a first generation business and you're also. So that's how it started. So Raj, tell me, what are your current motivating projects right now, which are really inspiring you right now? Any of the project which you really want to talk about?
So thankfully we have enough work. Yeah. Obviously, high-end houses, something we are really doing a lot. So a couple of good houses we're doing here and there. We're doing a very interesting resort in Darjeeling. It's very close to me. It's ecotourism. It's basically a tea estate, which is going to have just an 18-room boutique property. Extremely interesting. The entire thing is going to be built here in the plains, and then it's going to be moved to Darjeeling at that height, because it's very difficult to construct there. So we'll probably we're doing a lot of vernacular base work there, and then we're doing these complete metal wood units that will be built here and are going to go and get installed there. So yeah, that's very close to me, and I'm really having a lot of fun developing that. And apart from that, the regular farmhouses and stuff is already happening. So starting another small project, which is a restoration project. So that should be nice. Trying to restore an old building in Lucknow. So let's see. That should be nice. I'm looking forward.
I have a joke with you that in Punjabi we have a patara. Patara means it's like a what do you call the right word is, it's like a bori. So whenever I talk to you, you talk to me about one new project which you are doing. And I always tell you that you're taking it out from your patara, like you have hidden it somewhere and now you're taking out things. But I'm very happy that you're doing very well, and you well deserve it, in since you're one of the very few architects which I personally feel are very much involved. Not that everyone is not involved, but I feel that you deserve what you're getting. So now coming back to Priyanka. I know she's your wife and she's a partner of the firm. So just for the people to know, because she's a boss, I agree, no doubt. The right word is a boss. So the boss and you are working together. How difficult is it to work with your wife in the same firm, or how do you manage this? Because practically, I'm also with the same thing. I'm working with my wife. I'm working with my father, and I, if you know, I believe there are challenges. So, do you feel there are any challenges? And if there are, how do you divide? Because there are a lot of couple firms, I believe, which are doing work together, which might need to hear this.
CJ, CJ, running your own practice, it needs a lot of support, emotional support, emotional from a couple of aspects. It needs intellectual support. It needs emotional support. I don't I don't have any challenges working with Priyanka, and I don't know how, I don't know why, but I've never have had challenges working with her. The only thing is that we have been very clear about what we are going to be doing and how we are going to be doing. It's as simple as that. And there has to be a collaborative sense in working. You have to have fresh ideas. So and I would say it's not just me and Priyanka working together. It's me, Priyanka, and 24 other architects working together. So whatever challenge I'm going to have with her, or she's going to have with me, she's going to have it with 25 other people, and I'm going to have it with 25 other people. And that is what working at 42mm is now, because we want to include everybody in our sense of working. It's as simple as that.
Great
And
answer, Rod.
yeah, why
I think
not? When you have so much resource, why do you need to limit it? When it comes to trying to solve disagreements, I so our disagreements stay in the office. Yeah, they don't go home. So that's
super.
basically it.
I think that's a great advice. And आज का खाना आपको मिलेगा रात को dinner, especially made by Priyanka, because you very well said. You deserve it. So the another question which is very, very important for me to know is that you're doing so many kind of work. It could be commercial. You're doing project housing. You're doing like from Patara, what I get to know. What is one thing which is keeping you going? Because I have seen your dedication level, and I will tell you about what I have seen after your answer. So, what is your?
Sorry, CJ, I missed your question. Yeah.
Okay, so the question is simple. All these years, what is one thing which is keeping you going? I've seen the energy level. I've seen your dedication. My personal experience, I'll share after this answer. What do you think is one thing which is very important, which keeps you going?
Yeah. So, CJ, there is obviously there is a target, there is a vision. You look at the vision, you have your ambition and all that, But as you evolve as an architect, you also mature as a human being. So when we started, I'm talking personally about myself. So when I started, I was looking, I want a bigger practice. I want to be able to do larger projects. I want to be able to detail the projects more. I want to be able to do this. I want to be able to do that. And slowly, I wanted to get published. I wanted to have some recognition, this, that. But I think ultimately, it is coming to, for me, it's going to have on people. So from a very basic thing as doing a house for a family of 5 people, or maybe a family of 12, 15 people, to a group housing project, to a mall, or maybe like we just last year developed the prototype for the urban and the rural schemes for low-cost housing, and it was we won in both the categories. So I feel what is the motivation for whatever I'm making, whatever is actually getting I'm not answering
Zafar,
that. CJ, I'm not
you have
answering
to.
that
No, no,
question.
no, 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 no. You have to answer. There is no way you can
Not
avoid
at
to
all.
answer. It's a rapid.
ठीक है ऐसा
It's a
question.
rapid fire. No, 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 it's a rapid fire question. You have to answer.
No.
The name is. The first name is my mentor Zafar Chaudhary, Iram Sultan,
CJ,
Supraja
CJ,
Rao.
ये तो you have you to put me in a very very awkward position. Really junior to a lot of people ने तो मार भी
मार क्यों खानी है यार? You have to be honest. You have to be honest to your thing. You have been very honest till now in your whole complete this life. So the
I
right,
can
so
read
the
Priyanka saying refuse to.
dramatic right now. You have to be honest. So number one is Zafar Chaudhary, Iram Sultan, Supraja Rao, Zubin, Kunal, White Studio, Ashmit Alag, Saiba, Piyush,
This is
Kiran
one
Gala.
question. This is one question.
This is you have to rate. You have to rate. You have to rate them in your. Yeah, this is one question. You have to rate them.
I need to write this down. एक minute. Tell me.
लिखो Zafar
Zafar,
Chaudhary, Iram Sultan,
Iram,
Supraja Rao,
Supraja,
Zubin,
Master,
Kunal, White Studio, your college buddy. Hi Kunal, he's also on the chat by the way.
Hi Kunal.
Ashmit Alag,
Okay.
Saiba is also on the chat. Saiba,
Hi,
Piyush
Saiba.
from Bombay. And Kiran Gala.
CJ, I'm
And
not
Kiran,
comfortable answering this question.
you have to, okay. Let's make life easy for you. You rate first three for you.
Okay. Yeah.
Because I know you will get Kiran Gala. Guys, by the time Rudraksh answers this question, and if there are any people, although I know we have quite a good number of views and they are not leaving us. Zafar, and third to Kunal. So, but Saiba is also on the live program. You have any? Saiba, you're going to love this for sure. I know. I got you something for the next few days to talk about. But Rudraksh, I love your honesty in this, and I feel that just putting it on questions. So I have to check if they have asked any question. You can. Okay, there is a question from Kunal. You know, Asta, hi. Rajesh, hi. Saba, hi. Question from Kunal. Now you have rated him number 3. So I think we need to ask him. Kunal, can you put the question again fast? If you are on the, are you on the chat? Okay. His question was, I remember he sent me this question that you did some marble work when you were in college. There were 3 friends who were in the night, and so do you remember that night where you guys really worked hard of work?
Udaipur.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I don't know. It was somewhere you worked on. I think White. There was a question, and anyways, let's.
No.
If he puts the question, we'll do it again. Okay. So now the next question, which I feel, let me ask. Let me see if I can figure out. Roy, everybody is very happy seeing you. They are not interested in asking much questions to you, I think.
Nobody's interested in any questions, don't worry.
One or two questions because I'm this. Okay, there's someone called Mohit Jain starting to sign the contracts. I'm looking for.
If you can contact us directly, we can have a separate discussion on this.
Okay. Yes, a very important question. Kunal just messaged me, which I could see. Called Papa Village. P-A-P Papa. So, what is this about Papa? Can you tell what is the story behind Papa?
मैं कॉलेज में ज्ञान बहुत देता था ना, तो सब मेरे को पापा बुलाते.
So you were the Gyani type, huh? So from today onwards, Papa, if anybody wants Gyan, but I heard a different story that you also were very helpful to people. If anybody was coming to you, you were unconditionally helping them and with open arms. Whether it was a guy or a girl, your arms are open. Is it true? Although Priyanka was there in college too.
See, that's why I'm saying Rudu Papa knows it.
So the answer is that he was very helpful. So today also, in today times, anybody needs any help from Papa and take the help. Okay. Great. So we need to wrap up now in next 3 minutes. You have to answer the question. Where do you see 42?
So now I think I need to start giving my practice more meaning. So by more meaning, I mean projects which will have a larger social impact. Automatically means that the percentage of the houses we'll be doing is going to maybe any other kind of project.
So this was a question by Nidhi. Lockdown opens.
Lockdown opens. I don't know what is going to be allowed, what is not going to be allowed after the lockdown is going to open. But definitely,
I know the answer. I know the answer. I know the answer.
Definitely should go out for it.
I was asking what important role furniture design plays in your projects.
Furniture design. So furniture design is very important. Unfortunately, we don't have a furniture designer in our furniture selection right now, and I personally am not technically capable of designing furniture, although I've tried here and there. So I think furniture design as a design stream is very important for interior projects in the future. However, whether interior design companies need to be thoroughly equipped with furniture design is something which is quite debatable. I don't feel, we always collaborate with a furniture designer for designing sculptural pieces are different, something which is indexable to the designing that is completely different. But getting the ergonomics right, just fundamentally strengthen this and that. I don't think something that we are probably the best people for.
Okay, last two questions. How do you create work-life balance?
So my love, but Amardeep Bhai, I feel you need to basically, you cannot over engage yourself in solving a project or micromanaging things. You have to draw the line. You have to let go of on the lives of the people who are going to use it and the people who are going to make it. You know, I think that is very, very important today.
Excellent.
It's a circle.
Saiba, your friend has a very good answer. She says, "Hi, Saiba." She says that, yeah. So there's a rapid fire question going to happen. Rapid fire question for Rudraksh in some time, another 2-3 minutes.
ऐसा तो कुछ नहीं बताया था आपने मेरे
boss
stopped working and then 5 o'clock से 5:30 तक I was seeing the गाड़ी कि अब तो क्या होगा
Are you nervous? Why? One of the leading rocks. It's a great thing you have done by coming on the live thing. So before I start my rapid fire, current question is that, as we discussed, that you are, you started this first generation business. You're doing exceedingly well. There are a lot of people right now who want to, start of their own or who are doing their own and reach to a good level. These people, it could be anyone, it could be me too. We all people need inspiration. We all people need motivation, irrespective of what we are. This is the only thing which keeps us going. You really feel that very, very important.
So what is happening, CJ? I feel everybody, actor, be it a lawyer, anybody, your work is getting a lot of criticism, constructive. Trying to impress other people in terms of trying to do things what other people are doing, or trying to mimic things that other people are doing. I would say definitely get inspired. Inspiration is very important. And after that, have after passionately do something, and you need to have conviction in it. If you have conviction in what you are doing, it is going to be brilliant. You will never be able to. Other people expect you to do. Don't do what other people are doing. Do you are supposed to do. Understand what you're supposed to do.
So Rudraksh, I'll share this small brief story which has inspired me with you. In sense, this is an experience which is very important, which might help people around. So you did my India design stand, right? And I remember at the time, it was the last day. I got nervous. We had to open the exhibition at 6 in the evening for the party. You designed the stand, and I had to put 200 kilo chimney there, and it was around 4:30. 4:30, you called. I called you and I said, "Listen, I'm getting a crazy scenario here. I can't finish it up. I want this thing to get out of the place because he got late coming in." So you told me and you gave me a big. Besides that, I remember you coming down from wherever you were. You asked me. I still remember you asked me that you said, "Are you ready? Are you dressed?" I said, "I'm not. I don't care what I am dressed right now." Back. You came, and I have those pictures which I will put online in next after this session, where you were helping the team to pick up that chimney and getting it installed. And chimney was actually center of attraction of the whole design stand. So respect for that, sir. And I think that was quite evident that your involvement in your project is phenomenal. It's just phenomenal. And please, audience, note that. And in spite of the fact that he was not getting paid, see his involvement. And so, if you pay him, can you imagine the involvement he gives you? It's phenomenal. So
CJ, I have a question for you.
Oh,
on this note, that
Yeah.
Started from the Maruti 800 and selling
Yes.
Virgo wooden floor, and then opening a showroom in Oakland and doing this beautiful, obviously looking at larger, vaster, bigger horizons and stuff like that. I'm wishing it's going to be very good. From where you have come and where do you see yourself going in the next 5, 7, 10 years?
Good question. I've never planned. For me, it's quality products which add value to people's life, and my focus will remain the same, whether demonetization, no demonetization, whether which is happening, the lockdowns. So my 200 to 17,000, the focus has been always on quality, and it will remain in quality. So I feel in next 5, 7 years, I want to be in a situation where people relate our brand as a value for money quality brand, and they know that CJ Living is there, and if we are trusting CJ Living, and we will get the best product at the best price. So that's a completely my vision at present moment during the lockdown.
No, that's a very good vision, CJ.
Thank you. So coming back to Rapid, I know, but you can't. You can't. So we will take up questions after this Rapid, if people stay on. You have to choose architecture or interior designing.
Architecture.
Lighting or kitchen, more important. House. तभी लाइटिंग स्टार्ट करी मैंने, मुझे पता था ये होगा, इसलिए. Okay, this is a
question. Carpets or kitchen? So I would have said kitchen.
No, because I knew you loved. This was a question. This is not a question by me, but this is a question by one of your friends. Rate your preference: alcohol, meat, or sex. And you have to be honest. You have to be honest.
Meat, sex, and alcohol.
Okay. So, मतलब टुंडे कबाब जिंदाबाद, बिरयानी जिंदाबाद. Nice. So, a client, money which he can't afford to do practice. Tough client with good money, which will be your preference, or a tough client, whatever you say.
How is client going to be tough?
Client, their thoughts are not gelling with you.
There's no then there's no question. If the client is not gelling with me, then there's no question. We are not doing that project.
Okay, client is gelling with you, but he's a very, 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 very tough client. Whether he comes every day to you. He comes every day to your stand. He comes every day to yours.
We've had to cross that here. It's not tough clients anymore. I don't want to be in a situation where I can have people who do not respect me or don't understand. And if they don't want what I want to offer, then there's no point in working with me now. Thankfully, I have enough work that I don't need to take all the projects on.
So you mean to say respect is
working with the clients who can actually appreciate, engage into a conversation, who can question me.
So would this have been your answer when you started?
Would that have been my answer when I started? Not at all. I would have. So we started. So money was never the criteria. That's
great
exactly
answer. I appreciate. I like your honesty.
Project
okay.
Will give us more leverage.
Great. So a good answer, honest answer. Rate the work of architects you really like.
What does this mean?
I'm going to tell you second best, third best.
things at a point. You need to start having faith in your team, and you need to be able to delegate and empower people under you to be able to take it through. You will be able to disconnect yourself from the passionate work you're doing and be able to concentrate on life.
Okay, so the last interesting question is, what do you think about collaborations with other architectural practices? Does it work? Many large-scale practices work on alliance.
There is no other way. There is no other solution. The layering of and the layering and complexity of projects has reached a level today that you cannot, you will not survive if you are just a specialized company, and you cannot be a generalist company. You will need to collaborate with people to have fresher ideas on board. It is not just about ideas. It is also to for the health of the project itself. Many a times you need to understand what your strength is, what you can get to a project, and what somebody else can get to the project. It's very interesting. Also, you are evolving your process of work. You are still in that linear phase. When you collide with another practice, it creates this flux which gives you so much more direction. You keep on colliding with these to give you a lot of more possibility. So yeah, makes a lot of sense.
Okay. So
Yeah.
I like excellent. So this is an interesting question which I want to ask before we leave the last.
Ask, is this in context to
the Corona situation? Yeah.
Okay, so so theoretically, people, it's there are a lot of movies, a lot of novels, a lot of people have theorized about the fact that something like this, a pandemic, how this will affect is going to be obviously in multi layers.